when mistrust becomes a business model. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. was once a respected environmental attorney and activist, but today he's better known for something else: a steady stream of anti-science rhetoric dressed in the language of rebellion and truth-telling. What began as skepticism has now hardened into dogma, and the consequences are not harmless, they're deadly. RFK Jr. has no medical degree, no epidemiological credentials, and no experience treating illness, yet he presents himself as a public health expert, urging millions to ignore doctors, scientists, and regulatory agencies in favor of his own conspiratorial worldview. And it's working. His brand is thriving. He's become a symbol for those who distrust institutions, not because he's offering real answers, but because he's selling fear. The vaccine misinformation machine. Kennedy's primary claim to fame in recent years has been his crusade against vaccines. Long before COVID-19, he was peddling disproven theories linking childhood vaccines to autism. Study after study refuted his claims. Major platforms removed his content for spreading dangerous misinformation. Even members of his own family publicly denounced him, but none of that slowed him down. In fact, he built an empire around it. Through his organization Children's Health Defense, Kennedy amplified falsehoods and sowed doubt, not just about the COVID vaccine, but about vaccine science as a whole. In 2021 alone, his group earned tens of millions in donations, a sign not of legitimacy, but of how profitable paranoia has become. And in a country where millions were desperate for clarity during a global health crisis, Kennedy gave them seductive chaos. The result? Higher vaccine hesitancy, lower trust in science, and a pandemic death toll that might have been lower if fewer people had listened to voices like his. Turning doubt into doctrine. This isn't just about vaccines. Kennedy has claimed that Wi-Fi causes cancer, that COVID was engineered to spare Ashkenazi Jews and Chinese people, and that mass shootings are often tied to antidepressants. He paints a picture of a shadowy cabal controlling everything from medicine to media, and he sells himself as the lone voice of truth. It's an effective strategy, not because it's true, but because it plays into a primal instinct: fear of betrayal. But governing a nation, leading people, or protecting lives requires more than just triggering emotions. It requires evidence. It requires humility. It requires some tether to reality. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has severed that tether. And the really scary thing, Trump supports him. Remember that even though you don't want to hear it, so many of you voted for this. Now is the time to work together and vote for changes that protect us, not kill us. Wars have been the results of huge numbers of deaths, but infectious diseases like smallpox, plague, malaria, and tuberculosis were the leading causes of death, numbers that make wars seem insignificant. This is Michael. I hope you think about this. Don't take my word for it. Check it out yourself.